Welcome, dear viewers, to another spine-chilling episode of The Night Whispers. In the final years of the Soviet Union, when the Iron Curtain still hung heavy over Eastern Europe, a monster walked freely among ordinary citizens. He wore no mask. He looked like a teacher, a worker, a father. Yet behind his glasses and quiet manner, Andrei Chikatilo carried out one of the most horrifying series of crimes in modern history. The Soviet press would call him the Butcher of Rostov. This is his story. Andrei Romanovich Chikatilo was born on October 16, 1936, in a small Ukrainian village. The world he entered was one of famine, war, and survival. His father was a soldier captured by Nazi forces during World War II, while his mother struggled to raise Andrei and his sister alone. Stories from his childhood are grim. His family often went hungry. In some accounts, neighbors whispered tales of cannibalism during famine. Whether true or rumor, they left a lasting impression on the young boy. He grew up shy, withdrawn, and deeply insecure. He struggled to connect with others, and classmates bullied him for his awkwardness. Yet even in this fragile boyhood, there were shadows, an inability to form healthy relationships, and a growing bitterness toward the world around him. As he grew older, Chikatilo seemed to chase normalcy. He studied hard, joined the Communist Party, and became a teacher. In public, he appeared harmless, soft-spoken, wearing glasses, living as a loyal Soviet citizen. He married, had children, and worked at various jobs. But under the surface, he was deeply troubled. Colleagues later described him as strange, socially awkward, and prone to sudden outbursts. Andrei Chikatilo was a man desperately hiding behind a mask of normal life, while the urges inside him began to spiral out of control. In the late 1970s, Chikatilo's mask began to crack. He lured vulnerable individuals, often teenagers and young adults, offering them small favors, food, or help. Many trusted him because he looked like an ordinary middle-aged man. But soon, these people vanished. For years, the disappearances went unsolved. The Soviet police were reluctant to admit a serial killer could exist in their society. Instead, many cases were dismissed or blamed on runaway youths. This blind spot allowed Chikatilo to continue. His crimes spread across Rostov and surrounding regions, leaving families searching for loved ones and communities haunted by rumors of a killer on the loose. By the 1980s, investigators began connecting the cases. The pattern was undeniable: dozens of disappearances, often near train stations, bus stops, or forest paths. The police launched one of the largest manhunts in Soviet history. Undercover agents monitored transport hubs, questioned thousands of people, and gathered evidence. But Chikatilo was clever. He lived modestly, rarely drew attention, and knew how to blend into a crowd. For years, he slipped through the cracks, always one step ahead of suspicion. Finally, in 1990, police surveillance caught Chikatilo behaving suspiciously near a train station. He was arrested, and during interrogation, investigators uncovered the horrifying scope of his crimes. Chikatilo confessed to 52 murders committed between 1978 and 1990. His calm, almost detached explanation stunned the investigators. The man they thought was a quiet worker had been one of history's most dangerous predators. His trial began in 1992 and became a media spectacle. The courtroom was filled with grieving families, journalists, and curious citizens. Chikatilo sat calmly in a steel cage, often appearing emotionless. He was found guilty of 52 murders and sentenced to death. In 1994, Andrei Chikatilo was executed by a single gunshot to the head, a punishment carried out quickly and without ceremony. The case of Andrei Chikatilo changed the Soviet Union forever. It exposed flaws in law enforcement, led to advancements in criminal profiling, and shattered the illusion that monsters could not exist within ordinary society. But most importantly, it left behind grieving families and a chilling reminder of the evil that can hide behind the most unassuming faces. Andrei Chikatilo lived like an ordinary man, but his actions revealed extraordinary cruelty. His story is not just about horror, it's about vigilance, justice, and the silent dangers that walk among us. Stay safe. Stay aware. And remember, evil doesn't always look like a monster. If you found this story chilling, subscribe for more true horror stories, where fact is scarier than fiction.